Alright guys, so today is currently February 26, 2025, and I'm just going to go over a couple of trades that I took this week. Overall in the week, we are, I believe, still a little bit up, but we've been on a 3-trade losing streak so far, and it's honestly, it kind of sucks because these trades I was stopped out and then price moved towards my TP. But the first trade that I took this week, we did end up in a $488 profit. So yeah, let's just get straight to the recap. So on the 15-minute time frame, I'm just gonna go over the whole trade idea. This trade setup was made in London, and I decided to let it play out, and it ended up playing out in New York, right? So basically during London session, we had hourly fair value gap, and we had the 15-minute sweep, right? At this point, I'm looking for price to continue lower. So I set my my entry right over here. I believe there was a 1-minute fair value gap right there. And then, yeah, I mean, price went to the entry. I gave myself a little bit of, I guess, leeway in terms of my stop loss because I was, I didn't want to get stopped out before price continued lower. And yeah, I mean, I was expecting price to reject off this hourly fair value gap, and our TP was at this low down here. Yeah, not too much to say about this trade. I think this trade is like definitely an A+ setup, right? 15-minute sweep into the hourly fair value gap. Our entry was at a fair value gap on the lower time frame. We had a change of character displacement, and yeah, I mean, overall pretty clean trade. So let's move on to the next one. So moving on to the next trade, this was a trade I took yesterday, and basically I was looking for some kind of pullback before either continuing lower or if not even higher, right? Basically on the 1-hour time frame, price dipped quite a bit the past couple of days, and I was looking, like, on average usually it does kind of retrace near the previous low. So you see here, this is the previous low, it kind of started retracing here. This is the previous low, it started retracing at this area. So that's just what I've noticed from, I guess, back testing, right? And yeah, I was looking for price to continue higher. I'm just gonna move straight to the 15-minute. Basically, we had 15-minute equilibrium here that I was looking for price to continue towards, right? And also this hourly fair value gap. Let's move straight to the 1-minute. Basically, on the 1-minute time frame, we had a swing high. We displaced higher. There was an entry, or there was a fair value gap created right here, and that was where I took my limit entry to go long, right? As you can see, price came down. We got entered into the trade. Unfortunately, we did get stopped out here. I guess, like, moving forward, I should give my stop loss a little bit more room, but basically it was placed at this low right here, right? We got stopped out. And as you can see, price moved straight to our TP, right? So that really sucked. This trade resulted in a $109 loss. And yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Like, for the most part, I thought, I mean, when I took this trade, I knew I was going against the trend, but it's just like, I was just following my strategy and I had reason for price to continue higher, right? It was just unfortunate we got stopped out. Let's move on to the next trade. All right, and so for the last 2 trades, they were taken today, one in London session and one in New York session, which also both resulted in a loss. So basically what we have here on London, I saw this hourly sweep. I was looking for price to continue lower towards at least equilibrium, or if not, this 15-minute fair value gap right over here, right? As you can see here, hourly sweep, broke structure lower, formed fair value gaps, and I actually took my entry off this 1-minute order block up here, and I gave myself some leeway in terms of my stop loss because I didn't want to get stopped again. Price eventually did stop us out. So I mean, this trade was like all right. For the most part, it did follow my strategy. We are also in this massive 1-hour fair value gap, right? So I was looking for price to also reject off the hourly fair value gap as well. But yeah, I mean, hourly sweep, right? Swing low, displacement, creation of a fair value gap, and then retracement entry into that fair value gap, right? and our TP was at the 15-minute fair value gap below here. So, I mean, yeah, it does suck we got stopped out. The overall idea, I guess, was there. But yeah, it is what it is. As you can see, price came all the way back down to this low. So yeah, let's just move on to the next trade recap. All right, and so for the trade that we took in the New York session, basically same as last night, we had an hourly sweep, right? All these previous highs got swept, and I was looking for price to continue lower, right? To this low down here, the 9 a.m. low. And basically, I guess for this trade, we never actually got like a swing low and then displacement. All we got was kind of just displacement, right? Our entry was in this tiny fair value gap right here, and stops at the high right here, right? As you can see, we just got stopped out and price came all the way back down. So, not gonna lie, a bit of a rough week so far. I mean, we're still overall up, I believe. Let me check. Well, in terms of the challenge, we're still up like $95. In terms of our target goal for 3,000, we're only up 95. Which, hey, you know what? I've been in much worse position before, so it's not. It is what it is, right? I think these trades were, like, for the most part, in terms of execution and reasoning behind the trades, I think they were pretty well, right? Like, it was just, I got stopped out. And yeah, I mean, there's really not too much to say about that. I guess like the thing is, I guess I could have a higher stop, which I don't really like because it makes the risk to reward a little bit worse. Or I could just, I guess, get a better entry, right? But I guess in my opinion, for the strategy, this would have been my ideal entry. So, you know, it didn't play out, and that's fine, right? But yeah, this trade resulted in a $189 loss. So overall on the day, we're down 347, and I mean, overall on the account, we're only up $95.56 towards our 3,000 profit target. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I'll catch you guys in the next trade. All right, guys, so today's currently March 3rd, 2025, and I'm just going to be doing a quick trade recap for a trade I took on February 27th. I did take another trade today, but that will be for the next video. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. Basically, I took a short position on NQ. On the hourly time frame, I marked out the hourly fair value gap, and I believe on the 15-minute, we marked out equilibrium, right? So what I was looking for was basically for price to sweep the 2 a.m. high and then continue lower to take out this resting sell side. Majority of the analysis was based off the 1 hour and the 15-minute. And I'll show you guys the news. It was unemployment claims and prelim GDP. I honestly don't even know what the prelim is. But basically, with the news in mind, I was looking for price to, I guess, sweep the 2 a.m. high into this order block and then continue lower, taking out this sell side, right? And our target was the previous low. Like usually, I'd be expecting like a buildup of liquidity into New York session, and then once New York opens, along with the high impact news, I just expect the news to, I guess, take out all this built up liquidity. So yeah, I mean, there's not too much to say about this trade. Yeah, we have a break of structure lower here, right? Displacement, and then we retrace into this order block up here. And usually the entry would be, well, I mean, honestly, I left a limit order above the 2 a.m. high, and yeah, I mean, this was my risk to reward. And yeah, I think I only risked like one contract on this trade, and it resulted in what, $550, right over here. So that really brought me back up on the week. Like, as you can see, like previously, I took a couple losses, which honestly really like impacted me a little bit emotionally. But you know what? That one trade basically brought us back up to profit. So yeah, I mean, we're ending the week on a profit, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that'll be all for this trade. Anyways, guys, that'll be all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. There's also a link in the description below for a free Discord server. I look forward to seeing you guys there. And yeah, for those of you who are on the same journey as me, just keep going. I've been at it for consistently like 1 year, but realistically like 2 years. And if there's anything that I've learned so far, is that if you really want to do this, you really have to push through the hard times. Like, I know that's pretty like cliche, but it's true, right? If this is something you really want to do, you can't let a setback stop you, right? Otherwise, that's it, right? Unless you really know it's not for you, then I guess that's okay. But for me personally, this is something I really want. And yeah, I'm just going to keep going. So anyways, guys, that'll be all for now. Peace.